Did you know that at the peak of his power, Pablo Escobar's wealth was so vast that he spent over $2,500 per month on rubber bands just to keep his cash stacks together? Pablo Escobar, the infamous Colombian drug lord, became a name synonymous with violence, power, and unimaginable wealth. Leading the Medellin cartel, he controlled a vast drug empire that changed the course of history. But behind the brutal reign was a life filled with shocking secrets that even his closest associates never fully understood. Escobar's rise to power wasn't just about drug dealing. It was about overcoming fierce competition, dodging law enforcement, and manipulating the political system to maintain control. His drug empire flooded the streets of the US with cocaine, creating chaos both in Colombia and across the world. But Escobar's empire came at a high cost: the destruction of countless lives, the instability of an entire nation, and the lives of those closest to him were constantly at risk. Escobar faced constant threats from rival cartels, the Colombian government, and international law enforcement agencies determined to bring him down. Escobar was ruthless in his tactics, willing to eliminate anyone who stood in his way, whether they were rivals, government officials, or innocent civilians. He used violence and fear to control people, but there was more to his empire than just brutality. His family dynamics were complicated. He portrayed himself as a family man, but his actions often contradicted that image. His wife and children were unknowingly caught in the storm of his criminal life. Escobar's impact was not just physical, but also psychological. His empire influenced the lives of millions, leaving an indelible mark on Colombian society. The most shocking revelation about Escobar's empire lies in how he turned his wealth into a global political influence. He built entire neighborhoods for the poor, trying to win their loyalty, yet behind the facade of philanthropy was a dark manipulation. His supposed generosity was a strategic move to solidify his power base, all while secretly financing a private army to fight back against the government. Escobar's true motivations were deeply twisted. He craved ultimate power, not just money, and was willing to sacrifice everything, including his own family, to achieve it. Escobar's wealth allowed him to live a life most could only dream of, but it was equally extravagant and absurd. He owned a private zoo with exotic animals, a massive estate called Hacienda Naples, and even built a private airport to transport his drug shipments. He spent millions on gifts, homes, and cars. His luxury was only rivaled by his deep paranoia and the need to constantly stay one step ahead of his enemies. Pablo Escobar was not just a criminal. He was a complex figure whose life left an indelible mark on the world. His story is one of incredible wealth, ruthless ambition, and a legacy of violence that still affects Colombia today. While some saw him as a folk hero, Escobar's true nature was that of a brutal dictator whose lust for power destroyed countless lives. From his violent rise to power to his manipulative tactics, his charitable facade, and his extravagant lifestyle, Escobar's life serves as a reminder of the dark side of human ambition. His complex legacy forces us to ask difficult questions about wealth, power, and the human cost of unchecked influence. Pablo Escobar may be gone, but his story and the lessons we can learn from it are far from over.